For all of you that think that you're just incredibly ugly and there's nothing that can be done to fix your looks and that you're gonna die alone because of it, I actually have a pretty good mindset shift that I got from another YouTuber, First Man, that I think is really actually very powerful. And I'm gonna have to explain the context because it doesn't actually make sense if you just say the words. But what he said was that you don't actually have to be good looking. You just have to be kind of scary. And I need to explain a bit about what that means because some things that are scary are not attractive to women. But biologically, like the protector, as someone that protects someone, you do have to be a little scary. You have to be dangerous. Like I tell this to my clients all the time, there's no way to be able to protect someone without being a dangerous force. And so one of the things we have to do as men is to embrace that and embrace that we are dangerous. We are, and that is what makes us attractive. That is what makes us like actually protectors. Like if we're there to protect, we need to be scary. We need to be powerful. And so when you're talking about being more attractive, what does that even mean? Well, it doesn't mean that you need to be like this pretty boy with a full head of hair and this like very, groomed, proper look. You don't need that. You should maximize everything you can with your looks. Like, why wouldn't you? But if you're like genetically just don't look that good in your face, do what you can to become the most powerful and almost scary version of yourself. Because you can see these guys that aren't necessarily that attractive, but they're scary. And by scary, I mean, they're like a man's man. They're like these guys that walk around and they're big and they're strong and they're very masculine. They have a very masculine energy. They're very grounded. And so if you struggle with your looks, if you don't think your looks are good enough to attract women, just look around, right? Look around at all these like tiny little beautiful women that are with these really big men that don't necessarily even look good, because there's a lot of guys like that. There's a ton of guys like that. And so that's your new goal. If you're watching this and you're worried that you're never going to be good looking enough, if you're worried that you're never going to, have the full head of hair that women desire, that women need or whatever, just realize that once you hit 25, 30, as a man, it doesn't matter. What matters is that can you provide, protect, and stay grounded and stay strong in your frame? That's what matters. Is your life set up in a good way? How attractive are you in that sense? Because after 23, full head of hair doesn't matter, right? Like it just doesn't. You need to be able to provide, you need to be able to protect. And part of that is being a little bit scary. You need to be a little bit dangerous looking. All right. And so that starts by first going to the gym, because almost every man on the planet can build an aesthetic physique. Like I've even seen guys in wheelchairs that you can't work out your legs, but you can work out your arms, and they have sick arms. They have a sick chest. They have a big neck, big shoulders, right? And they have a good physique for what they can do. And the more dangerous you can make your body, the safer women will feel around you. The more attracted women will be to you because you're this big, powerful presence. Since I've been going to the gym in the last 2 months, I've gotten a lot of my gains back. I'm actually pretty happy. I was flexing the other day, and I actually my arms are actually kind of looking big. And what I noticed was that I'm getting looked at a lot more. And it's not because I'm physically that much more attractive. I actually have a lot of fat that I want to lose because I want more of a chiseled jawline. I have a little bit of a gut still from when I gained weight over the winter. And it's not necessarily always about that. It's actually more about how I feel and how much I look like I could protect. Like a girl sees me and she's like, wow, that guy looks like he could protect me. And that's going to kind of turn her on. That's going to make her be like, oh shit, this is at least a viable option. That's what looks do for you. That's what physical attraction does for you. It gets your foot in the door so you can get into the other pillars of masculinity, right? You have your body that gets your foot in the door, and then you have your communication, your focus, and that's what holds attraction over a long period of time. And then you have your finances that provides and keeps a stable environment for the relationship. And when you have those 4 pillars in place, all you need is just to get your foot in the door. Okay. That's all looks are good for. And yeah, they're good. It helps. It's definitely nice, especially if you're using dating apps, but you don't need it. You don't necessarily need it. You know, I have guys in my program that are, you know, kind of overweight. They are in their 40s. But they're doing well financially. They're doing well. They have very good communication. They're starting to lose weight because they realize that it's actually really important. And these guys actually get results. They get results with women, and they're going to get even more results as they get their foot in the door more with their looks. But there is so much you can actually affect in terms of how you look as a man, right? If you build a more attractive physique, like I can probably, on this video, I'll just throw up a picture of before I started working out and dieting and trying to cut down and lose weight. And after, like, it's night and day. It's night and day, the difference. I used to think that I could never look like guys that are on Instagram or guys that are in magazines or whatever. And even if I can't, I can get really close. I can get very close. My shoulders are so much bigger now. My chest is so much bigger now. My arms, they're way bigger. Like, I used to have really skinny forearms. I just started working them out, and like they're getting bigger. Like, you can literally see that. Like I used to have like really skinny wrists. I actually still do. But like my forearms are starting to get bigger because I'm working them out. And so it's like, you can get so much better results. You can change your life so much. And it's actually crazy. Getting in shape actually helps you incredibly. I've noticed my sales skills for my coaching program have gone up since I've gotten back in shape, because men just respect me more. Men are going to respect a man that, like, especially high value men, like guys that I coach that actually make a lot of money, or they're successful in some way. They're going to respect me more as a coach if I look good. Like, walk into a business meeting and try to not get a little bit of respect for having an aesthetic physique. Like, even if it's just from another man, right? And I also think a lot of guys really discount, like, when you're in the gym, like, and you're doing sets and you're actually starting to get strong and muscles are noticeable, girls just start to occasionally look at you. And it's something that you probably wouldn't notice girls doing if you're not the guy it's happening to, because, you know, people just look around. But what you don't realize is that the girls that are looking around, they're looking at that one guy that's like doing all the lifts, that looks really good. And so you can actually start to become that guy too. Like, I've never been that strong. I've never been that in shape. And so moral of this story is, like, start building your body, because it starts now. Like, no matter if you want to get coaching to improve your communication and really like level up your skills with women, you could get massive results just by doing that. But the things that take the longest to build up are, one, financial freedom and financial stability, and two, your body. So those two pillars of masculinity, those are things you need to start now. You should have started them yesterday. You should have started them 5 years ago. You know, I wish I would have started them 20 years ago. Like, I wish I was 10, right? 15 years ago, I wish I was 10 and I like was in the gym, like lifting weights or some shit, right? Like, I wish I would have done that, but you know, I can't change that now. And so if you're watching this, it's like, go out and start doing something. Start getting in the gym, start doing anything. And then you can start really getting into like actually tracking weight and leveling up like more aggressively. But it's super important that you get started on your look and your physique, because being powerful, being scary, being dangerous looking is incredibly important when it comes to attraction, because that shows that you can protect. You know, you see a teddy bear and you don't think that it's going to protect you, right? But you see an actual bear that, you know, if that bear's on your side, it'd protect you. It'd be able to. So I just wanted to say that. Hop on. Happy Saturday, guys. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.